welcome to the Dr. Mario Championship. This is Chris Bidwell. I'm here with Jon-Dat Flindo, and we are getting started right away, I believe. No warm-up time for these two. We've got BettyB on the left and Savage Octagon on the right. This is round one action from Columbus, Ohio. I know we just get started, but how are you tonight, John?
Doing well, Chris Bidwell. It's good to be here commentating this match with you. Excited to see how this plays out.
I did get to see this. I was right in front of the stage when this is happening live, but I didn't get to catch the entire thing, so it's going to be nice to see how this plays out. Uh, Early on here, it looks like Savage has quite the virus lead. She's gotten past that first level of viruses, which is so crucial in these Dr. Mario matches. And Betty is, if you ask her, she will tell you that she is primarily a versus player as opposed to Savage, who prefers to probably identifies as a speedrunner first versus player second. So we'll see if those tools come into handy here. Early on, I'm noticing that there is no red access on Savage's board, and Betty's finally starting to go to town with these combos, but she still can't get to that first layer.
Yeah, Betty really having a problem here. That drop combo is going to be really nice for her to clear up that left side of the board. However, Savage is just flying through this level right now, already down to 29 viruses remaining.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much garbage. The only thing that might be a small problem is that column 8 with those two pills, but right now Savage has all the advantage.
Yeah, and I was thinking Savage might try to build up and take the yellow there in column 8 horizontally, but it looks like what she's going to have to do is just probably at this point underclear everything, and we'll see if she's able to keep these combos up and keep getting Betty a little bit stun locked here as she's just struggling to get down into the bottom of her board.
Nice tee though by Betty, but still is struggling to get past that first line. This is a pretty dominant performance so far from Savage Octagon. I mean, if you're playing this in a versus match, you're screen looking at your opponent and you're seeing that virus difference, and it's not a good feeling. And you can kind of see in Betty's face, she doesn't want to be here today. And Savage is what? I don't know what she's just questioning, but another killer combo. I don't know if somebody said something
Yeah,
Starky on
and
combo. Oh, look, there's the bounce. She's
bounce,
excited.
we love to see it. Savage down to just 11 viruses
Wow.
left, trying to take this game one away from Betty, as Betty just has not been able to do anything with this board. Oh, and
Oh,
she
the
tops
top out.
out.
She kind of gave it up there.
So Savage takes game one,
Game two
and we
starts
move into our game two.
right away. I kind of like the little bit more of a pause between rounds, but a lot of players just want to get the good feelings continue or get the bad vibes out. Ooh, column 5 Savage. This is dangerous. She might top out early on this, John. She
Yeah,
shaves off a
she
layer.
bringing that one blue is going to be really difficult. And Betty with
Oh,
oh, wow. And
that's
look at that
okay.
combo from Betty, too.
Just the bad start. Now she's tearing up this board.
Oh, she had a opportunity there for a sweet tea on Savage's side, but Betty dropping that combo in just the right place, taking it away.
Yeah, the new catchphrase is the L yeah, with the that Betty had a few moves ago on the column 8. But Savage's board was still looking pretty clean here. And now they're starting to get into it. I love the table talk here. Now they're kind of going back and forth. They're good friends. It's nice to see.
Yeah, we love to see the camaraderie here in the Dr. Mario community, and it's one of the really cool things about the live events is you get to actually go and talk to the people in real time, and
Ah,
hopefully I'll be able to make some of them next year.
I'd love to have you there live, John. And another L yeah from Betty B. Down to 26 viruses. No garbage on the board. That's one. You drop. Savage finally gets a garbage drop, and one of the pieces benefits Betty. So you just like the first game. I think we kind of have a clear leader here. And interesting in these games, you can it's you kind of have to get into gear to play this fast. Sometimes you don't have that top speed ready right when you start. And this was our round one matchup. So players did have their qualifying rounds earlier in the afternoon, but maybe they didn't get sufficient warm up in for the actual bracket play that happened later on. So maybe that's what we're seeing here is Betty finally getting her warm up time. And Savage's board has just become a mess while I was explaining that sentence.
Yeah, and me, and also on Betty's side, Betty's just made some really great combos. She had a cross clear, she had an L yeah that you were talking about. Betty's just been all over this board, tearing it up. She's just gonna need one more red, just
Look at them
waiting for the
swaying.
dropper
Look
to
at it. They're all
decide. There it
laughing.
is.
31-0. Wow. And I was sitting in front, not completely paying attention, and I saw Savage like raise her arm like that. I thought the boards were reversed on the stream because Savage was acting. Yeah, I'm asking him if the if the boards are reversed because Savage is celebrating Betty's victory. So now that
Right.
is finished out, we go to game 3. Look at this clone play.
Yeah, both of them making some really nice plays here. Betty with that yellow blue is really nice. We're really going to be able to bring that top line down a bit, but now she's got just all red on her top line, but a really nice cross clear by Betty.
And that's so key in a lot of these games is getting past that first line of viruses. If you can get your opponent stacked up and take that advantage, we can see what happened just like in game 2 for Betty. But
Savage's board would really like to see there, and there it is, that red blue.
Oh, she passes it up.
Take it to the left, though.
She wanted to use the red yellow instead, which was effective, but maybe passed up a triple instead. But either way, she's out of danger. And then speaking of danger, not necessarily danger, but that will slow Betty down in that column 8 with that red-yellow alternating pattern there. So she's going to have to go play from underneath.
And Betty giving Savage a free combo there with that garbage drop.
That's the worst feeling in the world. Like you're playing somebody that good. You don't need to give them extra advantages. And again,
you are basically neck and neck right now with the virus count. I think I maybe like Betty's board a little bit better. If she could get this double blue to drop down horizontally, she's going to have a really nice combo.
She's thinking about it, but the speeds are starting to climb up there. And one of the nice things we have in our verses is we have the speed counter. So you can kind of see where players are progressing. It looks like both players. Betty has the slight lead in pills. Every 10 pills, that number goes up 1. But you'll see some of the crazier matches get into the 50s, which can get into crazy level 12, even level 15 Tetris speeds in NES Tetris. But that column 8 for Betty, very problematic right now. It's going to take a long time to work up from the bottom here. But she does have quite the lead on Savage.
Yeah, she does. And unfortunately for Savage right now, she's just got a whole bunch of garbage there on her top line. She is trying to work it down as best as she can. The one thing Savage is going to want to do right now is keep bringing those combos coming, see if she can stun lock Betty out as long as possible. Really nice combo there. But it's hard to call right now. But just based on the board health, I would say Betty probably has a slight advantage at this point.
I mean, the speed of working from underneath horizontally and up, from the bottom, that slows you way down. So but the positive, and the other thing is, because the bottom of the board is so open for Betty, any pill drops, if they have to go all the way down the screen, that's 4 whole seconds of stun lock time. So this is a great opportunity for Savage to catch up a bit, assuming she can rack up these combos.
Yeah, I really like the setup Betty's got, though. She's just going to need one more red, and this will drop down, and then all she's got to worry about is how to uncover this blue. But she's got an opportunity here with this yellow-red blitz that she's getting. She's just going to need to clear that out, and she'll need one more blue, and there it is, and she's going to take Game 3. It is now 2 Betty, 1 Savage.
You wouldn't suspect this result after that Game 1, but they've both players stretching out a bit, swaying a bit back and forth, getting ready for Game 4. And I forget the seedings here, but I believe this is a Savage did have the advantage in the seeds, but all of our round one matches, pretty much anybody except for the very top players had a chance to advance on. Oh, we got Vince fixing the camera here. Thanks, Vince. Got our players dancing so much it's hard to keep the cameras focused on them. Nice pose off. There we go.
They're having fun, and that's what we like to see.
All right, game 4. Oh, Vince's going to fix the other camera too. We'll probably edit this out, but who knows. Here we go, game 4.
We're off.
And again,
this is a
quick
really interesting
start.
setup on this board. I thought we might see some horizontal blue action there on either one of their sides, but the pills have just not been falling for that way. So they've been trying to make other. Oh, that block by Betty on Savage's board.
So that is possible to clear out on column 6. Savage goes for it and gets it, and then suffers that again. And now come the stun lock, the multiples, the drill down. She will get out of that danger zone. But this is Betty's chance. Oh.
I love that evil banter there by Savage. She's not happy with how this is going. But, she's having fun. And like you were saying, she and Betty are both real good friends. And it's just fun to see the camaraderie here. And one of the things that Betty is really good at and known for in this community is she's got that eye for combos. And just seeing the play that she's had here in this game 4, it's nothing surprising to me. And you want to learn about versus, watch BettyB.
And it's not a Savage match if you don't get a sweet tea. And while you were speaking that, she did have the sweetest of teas, so we have to give the shout out to that.
Oh, absolutely.
But again, Betty with the huge 19-33 lead. So now it's got to be combo time for Savage to get out of this. It's a clean board. That's what you got to. That's all you can ask for. Not lots of potential for combos, but you got to slow Betty down somehow. And she's waiting for that extra red. She gets the extra red. Let's see if she finishes the combo with the double blue. She does. Gets the triple. Betty firing a combo right back.
Savage 20. Is probably looking for a red pill right here. There it is, going to drop it down and get the blue. And another horizontal, a really nice play by Savage.
You really want to set up for the stun locks and get multiple combos to, set up. Because if you do get the stun lock situation where you send multiple combos at one time, they do end up dropping in the same column on your opponent's board. So you can set up multiple pieces of garbage on top of the same stack. And that can cause a lot of problems because it's not just one solve to get back to virus crushing. You have to do multiple solves. So that's the benefit, not only in the time, but also where the garbage ends up.
And on that note, I believe, especially in the earlier parts, if you have a combo that is 3 or more, you're guaranteed to have a garbage drop in that middle of the column and potentially produce a top out.
Correct. That's that's DM Hero strategy. And now we're down 10-4, and we get the huge bounce from Savage. But you see that blue pill took the entire 4 seconds to get to the bottom of the screen. But Betty here, she is kind of hemmed in here. She's got a lot of excavating to do to get down. Okay, now she's free and clear. 8-4.
Oh, this double horizontal for Betty is going to be huge.
That's going to be huge. Now she just needs to clear out those blues. Now she's free and clear. One more yellow will do it. And there it goes. There it goes. And she wins it. Savage is almost happier than Betty is. The crowd goes wild. The hugs, the high fives. What a moment for Betty. What a match.